Hi Cancer, this is your May 2020 General Tarot Forecast. So this is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. I hope you've enjoyed your bi-weekly, your bi-weekly readings. Those are a little bit shorter. Those are just for 2 weeks at a time. This is going to be a pretty lengthy reading for you. 2 layers of tarot and then 4 oracle cards for you. What is in store for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 2020. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of May 2020. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, folks, let's get out the first layer of your Celtic cross. Okay, so starting off with 2 majors. This is interesting. Okay, bottom of the deck energy for you guys is the 4 of Swords. So we're going to get a qualifier for every one of these cards for you in just 1 second. 4, I'm just looking for duplicates already. Don't appear to have any in terms of, 3 threes and that type of thing. 4 of Swords. It's actually healing energy. This is rest and recovery. We'll see what the other layer adds to this. Rest and recovery. So bottom of the deck energy for the month. What that means for me when I tell you that is that is what's going on behind the scenes. That's what's needed here, or that's what is being called for, or that you're being confirmed needs to happen in the month of May for you. So we're already looking at a 4 of Swords. Rest, recovery, could be of a mental condition, communication. Something needs to be healed around communication. But this really can apply to your physical world as well. You may just need some bed rest. You may need to relax. Could be an element of a nervous disorder as well. All right, so let's get the second layer going, and then we will look at these, in detail. We're seeing the Death card here twice. Definitely something needs to go the way of the dodo. Something needs to be let go of completely. Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10. So there could be a major benefit to a rest and recovery period here for you. Look at it as a very positive outcome if you have to take a rest and recovery. However, rest and recovery could indicate the next level, the next phase for you as well. You might just have to come to terms with something here. But you know what? There's a lot of luck there. There's a lot of luck. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter ruled. This is kind of like the horseshoe in your life. And there's a great deal of philosophy here as well. So we'll see what's going on in detail behind this. But, I do feel like you could be helped by a situation where you take a step back from maybe a conversation or information sharing, or just overthinking, overplanning, stressing, that type of thing. So we have Justice here qualified by the 4 of Cups. Now this is the situation for you for the month, right? So Justice by the 4 of Cups. And we're dealing with some Leo energy or 5th house energy. This is creativity. This is passion, inspiration, drama. Could even be, you know, fashion, the arts, how you express yourself. And then it's qualified by, or a Leo, like I said, individual, and it's qualified by this really kind of like meh Four of Cups. There's a disinspiration. So we're looking at inspiration matched with disinspiration. So May could just be a little bit of a struggle for you. And the world is weird right now, so I'm not really super shocked to see that. You could just feel thwarted. I want to mention as well that it's the second four, right? Those fours, while they create stability, you're certainly not hurting over here. And this isn't like you're hurting with that Four of Cups, but it does indicate a sense of immovability, maybe something that's static. Maybe, again, because there's this disinspiration on top of the inspiration, you could just feel like, I need to find my mojo again. Here we have it crossed, right? And it's crossed or supported or unsupported by the Devil. I'm going to suggest this is supported, that this is what's going on in relation to this disinspiration right now. The Devil, qualified by the Seven of Wands. You may feel like you have to defend a lifestyle or a sense of bondage or commitment here. We are dealing with a Capricorn individual, so Leo and Capricorn could be important to you. But also, you know, 10th house, this is your social status. This is how important you are, how important you want to be, how you're seen in the world, your income, how you're climbing up that ladder of success, right? So you're really defending something here, but it could feel like a trap. It could feel like bondage. You could be engaged in something that feels like, you know, work, and you're, however you feel about that in and of itself doesn't seem to be too upsetting. You're not bothered too much by it, but it is matched by disinspiration, which again, I don't think is too unusual during these times. So at the foundation here, we have the Nine of Swords qualified by the Three of Pentacles. We know, and this is really just, and this is happening to a lot of signs right now. It's just missing work. What's going on with work? When do I go back to work? These are some major concerns here, right? You know, will work ever be the same? This is kind of keeping you up at night. The nines are about a recognition, sort of, you know, the dawning of a realization here that you have to, an acceptance, something you have to accept about the workplace, people you've worked with, projects you've been working on that were important to you. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of easy to see why there would be some disinspiration there. I want to mention that we have both the Strength card and the Death card twice, which is, I don't know, I guess it's a little bit unusual. So again, we're dealing with a lot of Leo and a lot of Scorpio energy, or 5th and 8th houses, right? So 5th being what I just pointed out before, creativity, etc. And then the 8th house being Scorpio, and we'll get to that in a moment, which is sex, death, and rebirth, Phoenix energy, something never being the same again. In your recent past, right, we have our Six of Swords partnered here with the Strength card. So you've been able to carry yourself out of something fairly difficult, possibly in the mind or of a thinking process. You're strong about that. You had to show a lot of personal character, and maybe even character development was manifesting during this time in your recent past. But you are able to carry through something. You could even find inspiration through coming to terms with moving into a direction, even if it's unclear, even if it's murky or unknown. There's this sense of, you know what, okay, I trust myself enough to move in this direction. I'm just going to take that chance. I'm going to take that chance because it's the right thing to do right now. Here, what's crowning you, this is what's probably working for you, is the Seven of Cups qualified by the Star. So we're looking at the 7 here being, you know, a little bit of a fantasy land, and then the Star, which is healing Aquarius energy. Finding your footing, find out where you really belong, what you're good at. We are looking at opposites here with the Star and the Strength. Leo and Aquarius are opposite signs. So it could just be about how to make yourself seen, how to come to terms with a love interest. It's general reading, so I don't know what's going on in your life technically. But yeah, there is this sense of, you know, which one do I choose? Which way do I go? You do have a lot of options here. And there is some healing energy around some options, fantasy. Seven of Cups can also indicate confusion as well. But I do see you having a little bit of, you know, control and awareness of what's going on in your mind. So I don't know if this is going to be too confusing for you. In fact, you know, this is a really intellectual, in terms of the sign that rules it, it's very intellectually strong. And then it's sort of looking at all these options, fantasies. And that being said, you could just be in a wiser and stronger position here to make out what is important, what is really important here. Here with the Knight of Pentacles here, qualified by the Death card in your near future. So we are looking at a Virgo or Virgo energy, 6th house energy. This is health, this is service, this is medicine, this is mothers and daughters. And, you know, with the Death on top of it, qualifying it as an energy, we're looking at Scorpio energy here. But certainly something's coming to an end, right? Something around this energy, work, service, health, mothers and daughters. Really interesting to see this here. There is mutable energy as well, so there could just be something in flux having to do with your health. I would see, if you are experiencing any health problems, Cancer, I would suggest, I know that we're all in social distancing world right now, but maybe even just call for a second opinion, call someone in medicine who might have some advice about a medical concern for you. So in the position that indicates how you see yourself is the Death card qualified by the 8 of Swords. So you really feel like something's coming to an end. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around. You'd rather not see it clearly, right? She's got that thing around her eyes. But you have to set yourself free from something. You have to address something that is probably going to be life-altering. Something may never be the same again, and it may be difficult. It's not really looking entirely tragic, I might add, so this is nice. I don't see that we don't see the Tower, for example. We don't see a bunch of swords, for example. We don't have some other difficult energies here, so I'm not going to say there's something necessarily tragic here, but certainly something won't be the same. This is how you're seeing yourself. You just have to come to terms with something. Here we have some Leo energy, magnified or qualified by the moon ruled priestess, right? The high priestess. And this is exceptional intuition. This is knowing. This is occult knowledge, occult power. And then you have this really spirited energy over here. You could be given money here. You could have access to money. You could be aware of money that's available to you, an enterprise or a new business. Again, this is how other people are seeing you. So you definitely may appear to others, certainly by the 3rd or 4th week, that as somebody who knows something that other people don't, right? And certainly when it comes to enterprise, work, relationships, money in general, earning potential, this could be felt or seen within an environment where you are either a leader or you're asked to be a leader within the occult, shamanism, Gnosticism, could even just be tarot, could be in really any religion, organized religion, or spiritual matter. But it's so interesting the way that you see yourself and the way that other people are seeing you. This is still quite powerful, don't get me wrong. You know, the Death card is deep. It's exceptionally deep. It's willing to undo everything. Death has to take everything apart in order for something else to be born. But the positive part about it is that something has to come out of it. You know, energy never dies. So even if something does come to a completion or a close here, or an ending, and it could be somewhat difficult to wrap your head around, or you'd rather not see it, it could even improve things for you in your relationships with other people. I'm not sure what that means right now, but that's just what I'm seeing. 5 of Cups qualified by the 3 of Cups and your hopes and fears. So you're just really disappointed in a lack of friendships or support right now. That's super simple. Really disappointed in a lack of support, or other people are disappointed in you for your lack of support. Or you really need support and you don't know how to ask for it, or it's just not forthcoming. Here we have our 3 of Cups qualified by the Knight of Swords as your advice card, right? So here we're seeing 3 cups again. Friendships are extremely important to you, particularly at the end of the month. This could just be like missing touching people and missing being around people. And then qualified by this mercurial sort of Gemini energy here. It looks like the majority of communication with your peer group or with friendships at this time is going to have to be through the written word, online, through video. And that's just the nature of the beast right now, guys. It's just kind of sad, but that's kind of what's going on for everybody, especially if you've gone through a hard time here. It would be nice to connect with people, but that's going to be how it's done. If you are in a position to actually see your friends, it will be planned rather swiftly, even though details of the plans could change or be in flux. All right, so let's get some oracle cards for you to polish off your reading. Honestly, this looks like a little bit more of a difficult reading for you with regard to a monthly than the past few months for you. There's great challenges or happenings that are, you know, once we're looking at the Death card, right, we're looking at this essence, and where we see it twice here, you know, something has to go away forever, which is not always welcome. But on a positive note, if what is going away forever is an inability to look at something or come to terms with something, then that's positive. All right, guys, so we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So this is always nice to see, whether that's romantic or not for you guys. You know, keep an open mind is always positive. Try to look for inspiration right now. You know, maybe pay more attention to character building than actual project planning or outcomes. Illuminate your own life, illuminate your own worldview. Maybe learning a new skill could be very important here for you as well, in terms of, you know, practical issues, where we see this knight here. I just want to make sure that we're only dealing with 2 knights. I thought we only had 2. Yes, I thought we had 3, but I wanted to make sure there was only 2. So keeping an open mind is so important. TikTok is always important as well. This is both time and timelessness. So again, it's almost like trying to, maybe planning things to death, but seeing the need for just being right now, being in the present moment is more important than anything, right? But if there is a health issue, and this is a health reading for you, I would really pay attention to getting expert advice. We have a possum. This is diversion. So it could just be not being able to focus on something at this time. And then divine timing, I would suggest here, as how other people are seeing you with this energy. Divine timing is yours. You know, keep an open mind. Be aware of synchronicities and aha moments, or even deja vus. You know, just be aware of those types of things and try to stay positive here at Cancer. I know things aren't really super easy for anyone right now. So all the best to you. If you do like my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below if you have a second. Take care, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.